Today, Kelly and I are going to meet up with my brother in Tucson for the Tucson Reptile Expo. Of course, Kelly forgot to get gas, so he had to stop. Okay, Kelly, what are we doing here?
We are in the pet exercise area. Let her rip.
Let her rip, Kelly.
Cherry needs some exercise, as do I.
If you want to know why we're really here, you'll see behind me the gas station.
Oh, yeah.
And what did you pay for gas?
I don't remember. I'm not going to say it.
$5.19 a gallon.
Yes. Yes.
Since we were in Tucson, we decided to stop by a friend's house, check out his Thomasai, and some of his collection, including this two-headed bearded dragon. Okay, so what are these?
Those are lavender albino Saharan Eurymestics.
Yep, very cool. Josh had purchased a hatchling, taken a chance and raised them up, and has bred them and has produced a number of these lavender albino Eurymestics. Just spectacular colors, and the pictures probably don't do them justice. Of course, he has a number of other reptiles, including the popular ball pythons. And of course, he produces a number of different morphs. But on to the reptile show, or is it the punk rock flea market? At any rate, we got in. Okay, where are we?
Tucson Reptile Show.
We quickly separated and kind of went our own ways, but let's check out and see some of the things that are at the expo. Looks like I'm at the Predators table. Kyle, you're on video.
Oh, jeez.
How's it going?
It's going fantastic.
You got a bunch of wonderful animals here.
Oh, and double of this underneath. Like, it's ridiculous.
So come out and buy something, huh?
Absolutely.
The next vendor has bearded dragons. A number of different color morphs. Just amazing what's happened with the bearded dragons. It's almost like the ball python morphs. Just more every year. And speaking of ball pythons, there were a number of them at the Reptile Expo. Kind of an overview of walking down one of the aisles. Number of artwork pieces. And this is the guy who bought the ivory tortoises from my brother. There's vendors with different clothing and apparel, and a number of the pet shops that are in the Phoenix metro area. LL Reptiles showed you predators. You'll see the pet shop, and I'm sure a few more as well. There's also a number of private breeders, and it's always interesting to see what they've got and what their latest morph is and what people are working with. Looks like a lot of people are working with ball pythons. But there's a little bit of everything at the expo. Books, plants, insects, reptile supplies, a couple little frogs, a number of organizations such as Reptile Rescue, where you can rescue that reptile for a fee, and nonprofits such as the Tucson Herpetological Society. All this area is the Phoenix Herpetological Sanctuary. A variety of things, including this king cobra. We'll get back to showing some of the other venomous snakes that they brought, but should also mention the Phoenix Herpetological Association was also there and had many snakes on display. COVID impacted their association and basically ended all the regular meetings, but they said they hope to have them back. So let's look at some of the rattlesnakes. There's the Gila monsters, speckled rattlesnakes, some of the different color phases. Mojave hybrid, prairie rattlesnake. What that looks like too. Just spectacular. There's a banded rock. Desert Massasauga. Grand Canyon rattlesnake. And there's the state reptile of Arizona, the Arizona ridge nose. Got a blacktail hiding in there. Must be aggressive. They got a cover over it. There's an albino. Great Basin rattlesnake. Well, none of the venomous snakes are available for sale. There's plenty of other reptiles that are available. And quickly go up and down the aisles, check to see what you want. Look at them a little closer, maybe ask some questions, and find out more about the reptile you're interested in obtaining. There's Kathy Love showing a child a snake. Let's say hello to Bill. Kelly, what's happening here today?
That's a very busy place. I'm here with Bill Love of all people. I have this book. That's the back of this book, if I remember correctly.
I'd say you do not have this book because that book's at my house right now.
But it's mine. I want it back one day.
One day you'll get it back.
Bill, how you doing? Yes, that's Bill. How he's doing? Hanging in there.
Leading a slow life now.
Yeah, that's two of us. Trust me.
Yeah, that's not a bad thing.
That's actually.
It's good to go to the expo and see some of the old timers and see some old friends. Unfortunately, I'm one of those old timers too, and it seems like I know fewer and fewer people. But still have the passion for reptiles. It's still cool to see what's out and about and maybe meet some new people, make some new friends. Sorts of stuff here. There's a Nile crocodile. Smooth front caiman. Common snapping turtle. All these are illegal in Arizona. Nice looking caiman. Freshwater crocodile. This is the American crocodile. Saharan horned viper. Cool to see. King brown snake in there somewhere. If you're wondering about all these venomous reptiles, that's the Phoenix Herp Sanctuary and just some of the reptiles they bring for display. Just interesting to see. Red spitting cobra. Lots of stuff you're not going to see anywhere else. Green mamba. A little bit of everything. White-lipped island viper. Very cool there. Zoom in. Indo-Chinese spitting cobra. Taipan. There's the black mamba.
I got put under by number 1 on break. Nothing to brag about, by the way, just so you know. The most famous snake is
Cape cobra. And tall. Very cool. Yep, a little bit of everything. Green mambas, black mambas, snakes that you've probably never seen before and probably never find in the wild. Not sure how this will show up, but Gaboon viper. Albino diamondback. Somehow, I got these tarantulas in here. So, let's take a look. And it looks like now we're back to the Phoenix Herb Sanctuary. Big water monitor. And there's also a little petting zoo that kids can go in, and looks like pet rabbits. Let's get back to some of the stuff for sale. Assorted bearded dragons, different color morphs. Just interesting to see.
What do you know?
More snakes.
More ball pythons, boa constrictors.
Especially turkeys, because they just work like they look like they.
Let's look at a few geckos now. And of course, there's always a ton of them. Some monitors. Just a number of different things. There's a chameleon. You can buy some wood, and there's a place to get some snacks. But I was actually looking for a female rhinoceros iguana, and we actually found a large male that was available for sale, but no females. But I guess I should mention this Reptile Expo in Tucson costs $10 to get in, and I believe it runs Saturday and Sunday. There was some fake rock, much lighter, good for reptile displays, and you can get your custom display. And there, that table had one of my books for sale. Of course, I didn't stick around and sign any. But just always fun to see what's available. Fortunately, there wasn't a wide range of tortoises available, but there were African spurs, leopards, Russians, and here you see a number of different scorpions. $50, $45. I guess I shouldn't have stepped on that one in my house last week. Get some decorations for your wall. Very cool looking. But just a little bit of everything, and you're bound to find something you like. Maybe it's a crested gecko. Who knows? But it's fun to see where the industry's going. And some of this stuff wasn't available years ago and is common now. And other things that we could get years ago, you just don't see anymore at the expos. So it's funny how that goes. So if you see something that's cool, get it, start breeding it, make it available to the masses. They won't have to take animals out of the wild anymore, because everything's captive bred. Even buy your own ant colony, snake hooks, different things, everything you'll need for the reptile you're getting. Maybe it's a tegu, $160. Of course, still have some corn snakes and king snakes of different morphs and colors. I always like seeing these. Some of the snakes that were once very rare and we didn't hardly know of them, now they're commonplace. cages. I still think just the regular color phase of corn snake's one of the most beautiful. But we've got interesting morphs available now. Interesting to see how they display things. Gray-banded king snakes. Some of the stuff you see now that who would have thought that 30 years ago? Looks like I'm back to the exit, so I guess one more quick look around the expo, see what's there, see if I missed anything. And then it's out the door and heading back to Phoenix. But wait, I gotta slow down a little when I see a young girl petting an alligator. Check out the last of the sulcatas. Say goodbye to Bill. And look who we have here. It's Mark, the owner of the Reptile Expo. But we head out to our car.
Oh, no.
We saw this vehicle. It's got a Rosie Boa license plate, but what's it say?
Go outside, worst case scenario, a bear kills you. And I
So-
can think of a lot worse ways to go. So I want to live by this.
We're gonna go outside, and we are.
Hope you enjoyed the video. Have a great day.